record. Okay, I think we're recording. Good stuff. So I'm sharing my screen. So hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. As I said before, it's been a while since we've all kind of talked and stuff. So I hope everyone's doing well. And you guys aren't too swamped with courses, etc. Or just stuff and stuff. So today we will be talking about the writing workshop seminar. So the presentation for this is actually only a couple of slides, and then the rest of the time we're going to spend on the writing workshop. I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know all of you are super busy at this point in the semester, but I will go through it in an efficient and effective manner. So that's my long way of saying probably not the full 2 hours, but I'll try and make it work. So writing workshop. This is kind of where we talk about the position paper. So the position paper is another one of your major term assignments. So it is an independent assignment. So we will be expecting 94 papers to be submitted. You will work on this yourself. You can share ideas and stuff with your group, but the paper itself has to be individual. Again, we'll be repeating a bunch of this stuff like over the next couple of weeks. It's worth about 17.5% of your final grade. It's due 1 week after your debate to Dropbox. So the people who are starting, I believe it's Monday, November 9th, that will, once you're done, basically rule of thumb, once you're done your debate, 1 week later is your due date. And again, like we'll remind you of that as the semester goes on. And it should be 2,000 to 2,500 words, including references. And it should be at least 10 references. And so the concept map that you guys are submitting today, the concept map is going to be kind of the just the outline for your term paper. That's why we said, find good references and find references that you're going to come back to later, because this is going to save you hours upon hours of just literature searches for your position paper. So what we're going to cover today in the writing workshop is what makes an effective paper, the fundamentals of scientific writing, and literature sources and citations. And I know some of you guys are in 3rd year and 4th year or above. And I know that this is, the same old hat trick for you guys, but it is, I still think, it's a really, really good refresher and just a good, kind of like refresher for the term paper. So debates, exciting. So debates are in 2 weeks from today. It's very exciting. So double check when your group is debating. Make sure you look at that previous seminar PowerPoint to see like when group 1 versus group 2, 3 versus 4, etc. So in terms of the technicalities of it, I have a general idea of how the debates are going to go. I'm going to make sure I'm like really on it as a moderator, making sure that the time limits are met, that people aren't talking over one another, and microphones are on the appropriate person. Oh, also, as always, if anyone has a question, just send it to the group chat or send it to the chat. So I'll just be moderating really diligently, I guess. And I think probably what's going to happen is, you should coordinate with like, okay, well, you need a PowerPoint, like that's required. So you need to make the PowerPoint, and then probably whoever is going to present the PowerPoint should be the one that like shares it to their screen, because then like you don't have to mess around with like, for example, say like Sky is sharing the PowerPoint and like I'm presenting, then I don't want to have to be like, okay, next slide. So it has, try and make it like pretty streamlined and stuff like that. Also, if you have any questions on that, like kind of let us know. I think we're going to be putting together kind of like a bit of a cheat sheet document in just like in terms of like, okay, well, like what are how are we actually going to do this, and like make sure that this person is sharing their screen, make sure this person is talking, making sure that, sorry, this is my next point. So have your groups, group chat open during the debates to ensure constant communication. So, if we're going about like the question period or the rebuttal period or something like that, make sure you're like on your Snapchat group or on your Insta group or Facebook group, and just make sure you're constantly talking on there, kind of creating like a plan. Yeah, anyway, I think Brad and I next week are going to put together kind of like a cheat sheet document in terms of like, this is how we're going to go about the debates in terms of technicalities and stuff. Cool. And also, if you have any questions, like, fire them away in the chat, or like feel free to email me. And that's literally it. That's the presentation. Now we're going to get into the workshop. Quick, interesting, boring fact about me. Interesting fact is I took this when I was in Florence, Italy, and it was really pretty, and I highly suggest going there. And a boring fact about me is I woke up this morning and the heating in my house is broken. So it's going to be blankets for the next couple of days, which is good. Anyway, so that's the presentation. Does anyone have any questions about like the debates, and like the technicalities of it? Just like while we have like a bit of time. And if not, that's no worries. Okay, cool. But yeah, I would just say like, start talking with your group, start preparing. Yeah, just start preparing with your group. Start preparing with your group. They're in about 2 weeks, groups 1 and I think 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, you guys are going to be going on the 9th. So it is a while away, but also 2 weeks goes pretty quick. Okay, good stuff. So now we're going to make our way through the writing workshop. So as I've said before, I'm going to make my way through this. I'm not going to drag this on, but I am going to make sure that it is presented in an effective manner. So the tutorial is designed, or this tutorial is designed to provide you with the skills to communicate your scientific ideas and results effectively in writing. Yeah, okay. Basically, like, I'll just give you guys a quick rundown of like my personal experience with writing, which kind of sounds a little strange, but everyone writes super different. I was never a really great writer. Like in high school, and even in first year, I was a little all over the place. And then eventually, like, you start finding kind of like a writing style for you, that just like works well. And just like you have like little nuances that you do that maybe some other people do, that just work for you and make it a bit of like a better time. So for example, what I like to do is say like right now I'm writing my methods for my thesis. So it's basically like I take the last 9 months of like my data analysis and I just have to like just write it. And I was like, how do I tackle this? And so what I did is I broke it down and I said like, okay, well, I'm going to start off with like, this section of my methods, this section, and it helped me just kind of break it down. And then what I like to do further from that is I just take all the thoughts in my brain and I just go to town with writing them. And I don't even make it like neat. I don't make it clean, but it just gets all my thoughts on a page. So that really helps me. That's something that, and I actually remember that's something that helped me for this term paper when I took this course. But people have different nuances and stuff. You just kind of have to figure out which one is yours and which works for you. So what makes for an effectively written scientific paper? Okay, I think what I'm going to do from here is we're going to spend some time in breakout rooms, and then we're going to bounce between the main class chat and breakout rooms. So I think I'm just going to Oh, shoot. But then, I wonder if it still records. Okay. I will see if I'll put you guys into breakout rooms. I'll see if it still records. If not, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Can I keep recording?